Sequel to merchantsofwar.com. Mission Alpha Epsilon 20 megabytes credit. HG knew that this was a serious cipher after viewing all those letters. He wondered about Daniel when suddenly he heard the knob turn. HG went into fast alert, not knowing what to expect. This man walked in and then said, "What the heck are doing here?" HG threw a punch and caught air as the man countered and punched HG in the ribs. HG stumbled within the rickety hovel and let out a gasp and a scream. HG then went off like a buzzer, catching the man with an uppercut to the man's jaw. They both rocked on their feet. Now this man was not ordinary by any shot. As soon as HG basically woke up, he found himself tied to a chair staring right at the man that he hit. "Why did you swing at me?" said the man. HG mumbled, "Who are you?" The man replied, "Some call me D, others call me Mr. A2. HG said, "Craps, are you with D League?" D replied, "Heck no. What kind of trouble you in and what is your name?" HG stared at D for some time and wondered if this was a trap, but he saw truth in the hunter's eyes, so HG said to D, "My name is HG and some people also call me Ghost." D then cut him loose and offered him a cut of grey goose and a beer. HG said, "Well D, I'm on an important mission and I'm not sure where my co-pilot is, however I'll take the Heinekens and we can discuss this matter." DSI lit up and agreed. They both toasted to a round of Heineken. HG offered D a cig and they both laughed about how dumb D League is as they both coughed heavily, perhaps from black lung from the smoke. D said to HG, "Kid, you should not smoke, it is bad for athletes." HG said, "You called me kid and that's Daniel's nickname for me." HG said, "You are right D. I'm only 17, so then D said, "Well, let me have the beers because you are not legally old enough to drink." HG agreed and said, "Yes, it's fattening, I know, and plus it makes you unsteady." HG said to D, "You know Daniel, the man with a scar?" D replied, "Yes, he is my brother." Therefore, HG proceeded to explain to D what went down and how he made it to D's mini hunter's lodge. D said, "This sounds very serious HG, and you were lucky to make it here." D finally broke the news to HG about Daniel. As Daniel began to explain to HG, he focused and listened patiently to D. HG, Daniel is presently being held hostage on an Heinekens ice planet with about 5k blasters, 10k fighters, and a cannon which is basically low on fuel. HG's happy face soon turned to a frown. "So he's stuck is what you're saying D?" "Well, sort of yes and no, if you know what I mean HG. HG stared at D for a very long time and said, "We are going to need a serious ship with cloaks D." HG said, "I think we may need an ISS for this escape run or havoc for this heavily defended planet." "Listen HG," D said, "stop right there HG, you're not going, and yes, you're right and wrong, the ISS is a top flight classified ship, it's sold at Nova Star with serious hardware and major speed Ghost, however it only has one cloak for the run and timing is where it's at." HG said, "What, why am I not going on the rescue operation?" D said, "You have to maintain security on the ship while some of my guys run this OP, got it HG?" "Ah, sort of. I'm serious HG." "Copy D," HG said.